Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the mighty multiverse of Marvel to explore 10 powerful variants of Thor. From alternate timelines to epic what-if stories, these versions of the God of Thunder prove that Mjolnir isn't the only thing that makes Thor worthy. If you're a fan of powerful heroes and multiverse madness, you're in the right place. Make sure to drop a like, leave a comment with your favorite Thor variant, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our superhero deep dives. Let's get into it. Throg. A small but unforgettable cameo occurred in Episode 5 of the Loki series, where a frog version of Thor was seen trapped in a jar labeled T-365. This was a clever nod to Thor number 365, the comic where this strange transformation first took place. In that storyline, Loki used his mischief to turn Thor into a frog, showcasing one of his many bizarre schemes. Beyond this version, the comics gave us an entirely different take on the Frog of Thunder. Simon Walterson, a man cursed into a frog, eventually proved himself worthy of a sliver of Mjolnir and became Throg. His heroic debut came in Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers #1 in 2009. Despite his small size, he's proven to be a brave and capable warrior. Thunderstrike. In the early 1990s, Marvel introduced a new wielder of thunder in the form of Eric Masterson. Originally bonded with Thor, Masterson eventually took over the mantle entirely for a time before stepping into his own identity as Thunderstrike. He wielded all of Thor's powers, but stood apart with a distinct look and personality. Instead of Mjolnir, he carried an enchanted mace as his weapon of choice. This change reflected a trend of the era, where both Marvel and DC replaced iconic heroes with fresh faces. Thunderstrike emerged during the same wave that brought readers major shakeups like the death of Superman. Though not as widely known as Odinson, Eric Masterson earned his place among Marvel's worthy, becoming a fan favorite of the 90s. Ragnarok. Created during Marvel's Civil War storyline, this version of Thor was not a god but a clone. Built by Tony Stark with the help of Hank Pym and Reed Richards, Ragnarok was designed specifically to fight against the heroes who opposed the Superhuman Registration Act. He looked and sounded like Thor, but lacked the real Odinson's soul and moral compass. His presence added a dark twist to the already tense conflict among the Avengers. While he shared most of Thor's powers, his hammer wasn't the mystical Mjolnir. Instead, it was a high-tech weapon forged from vibranium and adamantium, making it incredibly dangerous. Ragnarok debuted in Civil War #3 by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven. Since Thor was dead during this arc, the real showdown came much later, and ended with Ragnarok's defeat at the hands of the true God of Thunder. Thor 2099. Set in one of Marvel's darkest futures, the year 2099 shows a world controlled by massive corporations with few superheroes left to protect the people. In this timeline, Cecil McAdams is a priest devoted to the original Thor, who lived a century earlier. Despite his faith, Cecil is not inherently worthy of the godly power he receives. Tricked by the CEO of Alchemax Corporation into believing he is a Norse god, Cecil gains powers similar to Thor's, granted by the corporation itself. His abilities mimic those of the original Thunder God, but his story is one of manipulation rather than destiny. This version highlights a dystopian twist on what it means to wield such immense power. Thor-El. One of the most powerful versions of Thor ever created comes from an incredible fusion between Thor and Superman. This character appeared in a late 90s Marvel and DC crossover event, where many heroes and villains from both universes combined with their counterparts. The result was unique hybrids blending the strengths and abilities of both worlds. During this storyline, Superman was in his blue energy form, which gave Thor-El his distinctive glowing look. The crossover was part of a series of events that led to the creation of Amalgam Comics, a special line where fans saw their favorite characters merged in surprising new ways. Thor-El's immense power made him a standout among these legendary combinations. Iron Hammer. This version of Thor is a fusion between Thor and Iron Man, created during the 2018 Infinity Wars event. In this storyline, Gamora uses the Infinity Stones to bend space and time, causing numerous characters to merge into new, combined versions. Unlike the 1990s Amalgam event, this fusion involved only Marvel heroes. Sigurd Stark, the man behind Iron Hammer, was aided by an AI named Heimdall. He battled the Dark Elves who had captured him and tried to kill him. His enchanted armor served as his weapon, much like Thor's mystical hammer, making him an incredibly powerful warrior. This unique blend of technology and magic gave him an edge in battles few could match, showcasing the best traits of both heroes. Ultimate Thor, initially viewed as unstable by his teammates in the Ultimates, this version of Thor eventually proves himself as the true god of thunder. His powers closely resemble those of the main Marvel Universe Thor from Earth, 616, but they are partially linked to a mystical belt he wears. This unique element adds a different twist to his origin and abilities. At first, he wielded a weapon that looks like the MCU's Stormbreaker, a powerful axe-hammer hybrid. Over time, he switches to the classic Mjolnir, growing more like the original Thor with each battle. His journey shows how even in alternate realities, the essence of Thor's power and honor remains strong and unbreakable. Storm, an Omega-level mutant. She is among the most powerful mutants alive and reached new heights when deemed worthy of Thunder God powers. She first gained these abilities in X-Men Annual Number 9 in 1985, when Loki gifted her the Stormcaster, his own version of Mjolnir. This powerful hammer granted her control over storms, enhancing her already formidable weather manipulation. Although she eventually set the hammer aside, Storm would pick it up again in later stories. Alternate versions of her also wielded Thor's powers, including a notable appearance in Earth 904. This reality was explored in What If? Number 12 in 1990, where Storm faces off against another Throg variant. Her connection to thunder shows how her power transcends just mutant abilities. King Thor. In a dark alternate future, an older version of Thor rises to power as King Thor, taking the throne of Asgard after his father's death. He plays a vital role in Jason Aaron's run by helping both present and past Thors unite to defeat Gorr, the God Butcher, once and for all. His wisdom and strength show how far the God of Thunder can evolve over time. King Thor continues to appear throughout Aaron's lengthy storyline, facing terrifying threats like Galactus, Loki wielding the Necro Sword, and a darkened universe ruled by a returned Gorr. This version is one of the most formidable and intense Thors ever, delivering an epic conclusion to the legacy of the God of Thunder. Jane Foster. When Thor became unworthy of wielding Mjolnir, a new and captivating version emerged in the main Marvel continuity. Jane Foster, battling cancer, proved herself worthy of the hammer, taking on the mantle of Thor. Her story added deep emotional layers, showing strength not just through power, but through perseverance and sacrifice. Using Mjolnir eased her pain, but the magic also accelerated her illness by cleansing her body of toxins, including chemotherapy. Despite this, Jane chose to protect Asgard, even at great personal cost. Her heroic sacrifice and later resurrection by Odin made her one of the most compelling versions of the Thunder God. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Thor's most powerful variants. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more superhero content. Your support helps us bring even more epic stories your way. See you in the next one.